Hey guys, welcome back to my Wolfed Out Fallout 3 series. I am Roarin the Werewolf, and in this particular adventure, the finale of the Pit, I was surprised in figuring out how long this DLC was. Man, I can't believe I put this one off for last. Because, well, I didn't think it would be as short as Operation Encourage. Or short, or yeah, I think maybe the same distance, but you know. But in this adventure, we decided to side with somebody that is not usually in our characteristic to side to, because well, I think he was the lesser of two evils. So, join me on this adventure and enjoy.
Test 1, 2. Looks like this thing is on. Marie, if you're there, this is your father speaking. Ishmael Asher.
Lord Asher's home.
Sometimes called Lord of the Pit. Now I hope you're hearing this 10 years from now. Sitting on my knees safe and sound. Right about now, I bet I'm looking pretty silly. But things don't always work out the way we'd like. There are a lot of risks, including what your mother would do if she heard me talking like this. And I'm not about to risk leaving you alone without knowing where you came from. These tapes are for you, so you can know who your father really was. Marie, the first thing you need to know is that I wasn't always the Lord of the Pit. Long before I was a king, I was a scholar and a soldier. In fact, I was in the Brotherhood of Steel. You've probably heard about them, but you may not have heard what we did to the city. The Scourge. When we came here, the Pit was just a breeding ground for trogs, cannibals, and worse. Commander had us torch the place and take what we could. The Pit had useful technology, but it was suicide to stay here. So when an explosion left me buried in the mill, my brothers were sure I was dead. I don't blame them for leaving. I probably would have. We thought nothing could live in the Pit. We were wrong. Marie, you know those fights in the mill's arena? Well, its first fight was when I woke up to someone pulling me out from a pile of rubble. At first, I thought it was my brothers pulling me to safety. Instead, it was a scavenger trying to steal my armor. She didn't get it. But I learned she had a whole family of scavengers. They'd make raids into the city for gear from the mill. And that gave me an idea. This was the only working steel mill we'd ever seen. In a world of leftovers, it was a chance to build again. And that was worth any price. The scavengers saw me as a god. So along with my Brotherhood know-how, it was easy to set up the basics. We started to build a city. As word of a new settlement got out, the city started growing, and fast. When raiders attacked, I'd kill the leader and recruit the rest. I had to. The city's disease meant we couldn't have children, so recruiting was the only way to grow. And as we grew, the mill needed more workers. And yes, that meant recruiting workers by force. I'm not proud of it, but it's the only way to keep the city supplied and armed. But it was always a temporary solution, until our best scientists found a way to cure the city's epidemic. Sandra and I worked on it day and night. And after one particularly late night of work, we were blessed with a cure. It's the cure inside you, Marie. Even now, we're doing everything we can to figure out how to share your gift with the city, while keeping you safe, of course. So by the time you're old enough to hear this, you'll already be a hero. Congratulations, Marie. You've already saved us all. I knew you would.
After all that, there's no way I can kidnap a baby and give it to unintelligent hands. He may be doing the wrong thing, but it's for the right reason for now. There's no other choice until he actually figures it out. I have to side with them. It's the only logical, reasonable choice. I can't believe it. Came here to free slaves. Ended up siding with a bunch of slave owners. In the long run, it should prove to be the best choice. But even though right now it's gonna be bad, but even with the raid outside.
Hey! Hey! What? Seriously?
Keep him pinned down.
Die! Just fucking die!
That's the last mistake you'll ever make.
Oh no. It started. They started the uprising already. Fucking stupid. Oh, it's gonna be a slaughter. They're gonna get themselves killed. They're all gonna get themselves killed. All they have is auto axes, and they're going to get against bullets.
You want something?
This is pretty bad. At the most, maybe 1 or 2 pit raiders will end up dying, but every single slave caught in the uprising will die. There's too many people with guns. These people
Got
are...
brains. Juno Asher. Hey!
Are you serious? Coming after me and shit. Oh crap. Oh come on, don't make me shoot you. Fucking idiots.
Let it steal.
Idiots. Idiots. They made me shoot them.
Oh my god!
Holy crap. You shot Marco. See, look, all I see is nothing but slaves dying. At least there's some of them that decided not to revolt and change their mind.
Last mistake you'll ever make. What the fuck are you smiling about?
Huh. He has a different one. A steel saw. Shit. I can't help you. I can't. They all did this themselves.
Could be worse, pal.
So, I suppose you signed on with Asher and his kind, did you? You're not the first to win their freedom and forget where they came from.
You don't understand. Did you know that the cure was a baby?
Of course I knew, you dolt. I also know it's the only chance we had of finding a cure and ransoming our freedom. If they ever find a cure, do you think they'll share it with us? Of course not. Why waste medicine on people you'll just work to death anyway?
You're an idiot. You don't even possess the medical knowledge to even come up with a cure, let alone the medical training in order for you to handle a baby in trying to develop a cure from it. I can't believe that you were going to have me steal a baby from her parents who is more capable of handling the situation than you are. You are an idiot.
It's not like we were going to harm her. We just needed to kidnap her for our freedom. Look, sometimes these things have to happen. Okay. Werner was the one who wanted to steal the baby. I just wanted our freedom. I didn't think about what it would take. Werner's hiding in the steel yard. Look for a rooftop door in the southwest. There, are you happy? Go! Just stop looking at me like that!
A secure site for the bundle. Have it sent to the shack below the blast furnace in the steel yard. Door will be cleared when the fighting starts, and marked with a bright blue light to keep out trogs. Huh. Blue light keeps out trogs. That's interesting. Asher and his family will get what's coming from them. This is not about... Look... Okay, Warner wants revenge from the sound of it. He wants revenge for his coup. He wants to steal the baby just for selfish reasons. And even though the... Oh... Well... he was gonna have this, steal the baby for selfish reasons, ransom it off, or have me kill Asher and have him take his place to have control of this whole place. While he made the slaves believe that they would get their freedom. Oh, that is dirty.
Fights lately?
That is real dirty. Well, anyway, since I know the steel yard now like the back of my hand, when perusing for all those 100 ingots, I know exactly where he's hiding. Right up there. And luckily I cleared out all the trogs. I guess it was so easy for him to come here. He must have came in that sewer passage down that way in order to get here. There's a secret passage. I might have to check that out later. Now the stairs to get up there is just right here.
Hello? I knew I heard something!
Oh, dude. Idiot.
Ah, you finally made it. I've got everything ready, and there are plenty of tests to run, so hurry up and put the... Wait. Where's the cure? Did you lose it? Where is that little bastard?
Your plans are over. Asher knows everything. I know everything. This was too far. You manipulated me into coming up here to do your dirty work.
And you just went along with him, did you? To hell with everyone else but you, huh? Here I thought that you, of all people, would understand that sometimes you have to get your hands dirty to make a difference. But you're just a coward, afraid of making a choice, afraid of changing the world.
You're an idiot. He's doing the same thing. He's afraid. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty to make a difference. That's exactly what he's doing. And you're just in it for revenge. Sorry, buddy.
You're just gonna be their tool right up to the bloody end, aren't you? Bye-bye, tool.
And they managed to get a mock-up, a copy of the crib. But look at this. He doesn't have the medical equipment to deal with this. This is a shitty setup. And in the middle of the steel yard. Alright. Now let's head back to Haven. Tell Asher what happened.
I knew I could trust you, and I wasn't disappointed. Werner's been stopped. The workers are returning to their rightful place. The Pitt has a bright future ahead of it, and so do you.
Okay. What do you mean about the city's future?
Now that Marie's back, we have a chance at curing the disease that's been ravaging the pit since the bombs. Without it killing our kids, we can grow like a real city. No more bringing in slaves. No more forced labor. Things can get better. It's taken me a lot of work to rebuild this city. With your help, it's finally going to have a chance.
So what will become of the workers?
Right now, nothing. Until we can reproduce a treatment from Marie, they'll have to keep working. Otherwise, this city falls apart. But once we do have a cure, things will be different. We won't need to kidnap people for our city. We'll be able to grow naturally. Until then, this is the way it has to be. It's just what has to be done.
So, now that Warner's dead, is there anything else?
You've kept the city in one piece and put a stop to Warner's plans. Yeah, I guess you've earned one. As a full citizen of the pit, you'll have full access to the ammo press in the mill. It's how I keep my soldiers well armed. So make good use of it. And I think Sandra's made some progress with the cure. So here's a little something to help with radiation.
Medical research from the Pitt has improved your life. Try not to think of what it may have cost others. So, what do I do now?
That's up to you. We'll keep working on the cure and keep the city running. You're free to come and go as you like. Of course, you can help out at the mill by collecting metal from the steel yard. It helped lighten the load on the workers. And if you want to work on Sandra's good side, you can always bring her toys for Marie. It's a little thing, but it'd make a difference.
Okay. I heard you worked with the Brotherhood of Steel. Do you miss them any?
Not in the slightest. During the Scourge, we looted the pit and left the rest of it to rot. I was just a dumb convert who got stuck here afterwards. See, beneath it all, the Brotherhood's just lazy. It's easier to loot a dying city than to work to bring it back to life. So that's what they did. They're so obsessed with the technology of the past, they don't care what needs to be done for today and tomorrow. It takes real hard work to rebuild and run a city. But there isn't a machine to do it for them, so the Brotherhood isn't interested. Good riddance.
Speaking of which, how's your baby doing?
My little Marie is the very picture of health. And eventually, she'll make it possible for a new generation of healthy babies in the pit. You know, I always wanted to make the pit a strong city. But that was because I wanted to make my mark on the world. But when Marie was born, that changed. Now she's my reason to make the pit succeed. Because she's depending on it. It's just something a parent has to do for their child. You understand?
Well then, I shall go.
You're always welcome in the pit.
Sweet thing. Get back to work.
It seems I think I made the right choice. That's what it feels like anyway.
Oh, good to see you again.
So, I heard you need toys brought for your baby?
Oh, you'd be such a lifesaver. A happy Marie means I can get some sleep once in a while. She seems to really enjoy teddy bears. She just can't seem to get enough of them. Bring as many as you can, and I'll make sure you're well paid for the effort.
I think let me check. I think I might have something.
Thanks. And Marie says thanks, too.
So, how's she doing?
My little angel is just the healthiest baby in the world. She just couldn't be doing better. Wish I could say the same about the research for a cure. but that can't be rushed now, can it? Honestly, it'd help us all if she got some new toys to play with. The happier she is, the easier it is for me to do research.
Alright, I shall go now.
Oh, you take care out there.
Well, I guess it's time to head back to the DC Wasteland. My plans changed. It looks like I didn't need my followers after all. I didn't think I would spend this short amount of time here. Oh well.
What the fuck are you smiling about?
Well, guys, sorry I kept you so long.
Can we go yet?
Yes. Let's go.
Oh yes, let's.
You return. Shall I join you once again?
Yeah. And you too, dog meat. It is time to head home. Seemed like my plans about this place went in a different direction. So, I guess since everything's taken care of for now.
Cute.
And, well... in the future, it will get better. Just not right away. And if I was to leave it into the hands of the slaves, it would have been total chaos.
Can I have a better gun?
I guess it's time to head home and rest up for a while. Then I guess I will prep myself in making the trip to the west. See what's out there. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this wolfed out Fallout 3 video. Now remember to comment and subscribe if you so feel like it. Also check out my other LP series on my channel. Now if you want to know what kind of mods I use for Fallout 3, I put them in the description below. Now you guys stay furry, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.